All right, guys, welcome back to Let's Learn Fighting Games. I'm with my man, Clockwork. What's going on, my man?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes, dude.
It's been a while.
dude, it is. I haven't seen in years, dude. And now we know why.
Yeah.
You know, you've been working on Battle for the Grid. It's congratulations on the launch.
Thank you so much.
But before we get into this craziness, man, please let the viewers know a little bit of your background, man. Like where you came from, what games did you start with, how did you get to here?
Easy.
Yeah.
I was born in '83, so by the time I was able to, start playing fighting games and all that, my brothers were really into Street Fighter 2, and so we would go to Round Table Pizza.
Yes, sir.
We would go to the donut shop. We would go to the laundromat.
Yes.
We would get quarters and play Street Fighter. The first game I learned how to play was Street Fighter 2, and we got it for the Super Nintendo, and so that's when I got my gross pad thumb. So it was then that
I still got a little callus.
on my left thumb, right? So I got into all fighting games from then. So I used to play, everything from Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat, Fatal Fury, Samurai Showdown. I used to play a lot of Tekken, Virtua Fighter. I used to play everything. And when I started going to arcades, maybe when I was, older as a teenager, I used to play arcade golf and stuff.
Yep.
So golf and stuff in Norwalk. Really quick trivia. So if you've ever watched, you seen Karate Kid, right?
Yes.
Do you remember the part where he takes his date out to like pizza? It's called pizza and stuff. He borrows Mr. Miyagi's car and all that. Yeah. He goes to golf and stuff, actually. So it's like world famous arcade, you know what I mean? So I want to say the very first, that's where I learned how to play. At the time, games aren't really big were Street Fighter Alpha 3. I think Power Stone was really popular over there. And the very first tournament I ever entered was at Cal Poly Pomona. It was a Street Fighter Alpha 3 tournament. Yeah. And I remember
Pomona. Okay.
Yeah. This was a long time ago. I must have been like 14 or 15 because my brother used to go to Cal Poly Pomona. He told me about the tournament there.
Yep.
I went 0-2. The guy who won was using Via Kuma or something
Via
like that.
Kuma?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this guy knows how to play.
Oh man, I wonder who that can be.
Yeah, it was kind of like an older white guy with a bald head. I think it was Jim Shenz's friend. You know what I'm talking about? This was really
Julian Beasley?
It's possible. I don't know the name.
Oh man, that's
I could see it. Anyway.
Okay.
But then I started playing. The first two games that I was really good at were that I can like hold my own at an arcade were Marvel 1, and Tekken 3, Tekken Tag.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag. And at the time, I was playing at golf and stuff. Marvel 2 was coming to consoles and all that. But I heard about this place called Southern Hills Golfland, and I heard that this is where all the really good players played. I played at what's that tournament? Puente Hills. I used to play at Puente Hills. I would play at Western Arcade. Yeah, play at Aladdin's Castle. But I heard that of all these places, Golfline was like the place where.
So where did you live back then?
So I lived in Norwalk.
Okay, so you lived in Norwalk, and how far away were these places?
These places were way further than I could walk because I couldn't drive at the time yet, right? So I couldn't drive at the time. But I had a friend who could drive. He's from Santa Fe, and he's the one that would drive us to Southern Hills Golfland.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I went there, this place was super crowded. There was a Marvel 1 tournament that I went to at Golfland. I went 0-2 in that. Well, I lost the image.
Oh, yeah.
Red Venom. And at the time, Tekken Tag was really popular. I remember I went there on some Friday night. It was raining. The place was so crowded. There was like 100 people, and the fire marshal would have shut it down. And who I saw there? He was doing Bruce taunt cancels. Was Taz from San Diego. He lives in Atlanta now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was the first person that I used to see do those Bruce stance, the taunt cancels.
Damn, you remember all that?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I was a Tekken player back in the day. I swear to God.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom Hilfiger and all that. I used to play with all those guys. I would get beat down, but I could hold my, not at Golfland, but I could hold my own Tekken. Anyway, Marvel 2 got really. I was playing at golf and stuff, and my friend R at the time, he said, "Hey, they're gonna have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at Southern Hills." I was like, "Are you serious?" We went down there, And I remember when I first walked in, the whole thing was crowded. I couldn't even see the machine. So I just had to guess that it was Marvel 2. Of course it was Marvel 2 because everyone was around the machine. And it was you playing against Scott A.
Oh, gosh.
You play against Scott A. He was already doing like Cable, Cyclops, Rogue, and all this. And you were using Shotos.
I was using crappy Shotos, dude.
This was a lot. All the characters were locked. You know
oh, yeah.
This was a super long time ago. And then, it's Southern California as well as everywhere else in the world. Marvel 2 cabinets just started springing up everywhere. Yep. I learned, at the time, I was really about like playing fair, no tick throws, right? All the house rules, right? All that stupid stuff, right? If they get dizzy, you got to let them go, all that. And so I started getting out of that mentality, one, because I started learning about high-level play and going to Golfland and all that. Yep. And two, I started reading online fighting game forums. So I started reading fighters.net, I started reading shoryuken.com, and that sort of, and then I would read Seth's articles and people's approaches to cheap and what's top tier and all that, and that really got me in a competitive mindset. Not playing for honor meant something different when you're actually competitive, right?
Playing for honor, yes.
Yeah. So the rest is history. I played Marvel 2 for 10 plus years. I played Marvel 3 for 8 or 9 plus years. I played Marvel Infinite, and now maybe Power Rangers.
Yeah. So going through this memory lane, one important factor that you missed was the relationship with you and San Diego, which inevitably brought your friendship closer to my main man, Shady K.
Yeah.
So
I used to post on fighters.net, and he actually used to post on fighters.net.
Yep.
We both started posting on Shoryuken, and he was the first time, so I couldn't drive at the time, but we used to talk online about Marvel and all that. When we were kind of still on the come up, and I remember we had some mutual friends in San Diego at the time. Dude, I must have been like 17 or something.
Dude,
like
you
that.
were young.
Yeah, I was super young.
You were young.
And I took a Greyhound bus. This is the first time I ever took a Greyhound bus over to San Diego. I didn't even know what this guy looked like. You know what I mean?
Dude, you went to a stranger's place, right?
Yeah, that's what we used to do.
That's what we used to do, right?
We used to do. So I remember, I was going to show up at this time in downtown San Diego, and he could drive because he's a bit older than me. So I remember.
Damn, Shady's older than you?
Yeah, he's a bit older than me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember we walked by each other like a few times. I didn't know who he was. He was on the payphone or whatever. And, we finally met up. We went to his place. We played Marvel 2 on Dreamcast until like 7 a.m. or something ridiculous.
Damn,
like
you guys were cracking.
Yeah, we were super cracking. Yeah, sun came up and everything. Yeah, it was like 99.99. Yeah.
Okay, so to add on to his story, and by the time that he started going to Southern Hills Golfland to play Marvel 2, and he just saw like crazy different teams and talents there, what I would do is I would spot out the next coming up talent, and we would take when the arcade would close, I'd invite all those players at my house.
Yeah,
those were the crack hours.
All right, so I'm gonna be lame fanboy right now. So back in the day, I used to see Vi's name in tips and tricks. I would see him in the Tekken 3 strategy guide. I'd heard about this guy, and I'd heard that this guy in Marvel 1, he had a huge nose. We didn't know his name, but he would go to random arcades and beat people up with Ryu and Strider in Marvel 1, right? You used to use Ryu and Strider in Marvel 1 at some point, right? And I remember when I saw you at Golf, I was like, oh yeah, that's Alex Valle, And I remember reading Retro Bio on the IRC chat and all this stuff. And I remember the very first time that we got invited to go to Norm's afterwards.
Yes.
And I was like, oh yes, we get to go to Norm's with Valle and all the other fighting game guys. We got to go to his place. He had an arcade machine in his kitchen, and that was wild, dude. I remember all of that stuff. That was pretty much my foot in the door into the competitive scene.
Yeah. The talk I had earlier was it wasn't enough for me to play people in an arcade, and obviously I'm in California and very, very lucky to have a fighting game populace like that. But even still, every top player is insane, because honestly, the amount of hours and dedication they put on something like this, any talent is abnormal. And we would play all the way through, arcade from open to close. We go eat in this 24-hour spot called Norm's and here, and there's Denny's, but we would go there. And then we would go to my house, and then we would crack out and play until the tournament day. So these guys would come out Friday, play tournament or play thing, Norm's, my house, and then the last people that were up were usually the ones placing highest in the tournament because they were doing all the dirty stuff like Duck Doe. Like in the Marvel era, like I had to go to sleep at some time, and he would knock on my door and he goes, "Hey Valle, check this out." And I'm like, "What?" "Do Hyper Sentinel Force." And I'm like, "Okay." He blocks one and he jumps and he air Hyper Vipers me, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Doing that never got easier too. No, I mean he's really good. I think of all the players I played against, he's probably the best at doing that.
Yeah,
that's not easy.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's always a pleasure going, back down memory lane and Clockwork. Without him, this guy put a lot of work in the Marvel scene and a lot of work in like just, connecting a lot of people for over time. And now he's gonna show us how to play Battle for the Grid. Now, Kilby, can you cross-shot it for us real quick? There we go. Okay,
hey.
So as a new fighter, let's just assume that you've never played this game before. You're very curious. You're a casual monster. The very first thing people are gonna do, they're gonna be like, "Where's arcade mode?" You're not even gonna go to buttons at all. You're just gonna go in there and start picking your favorite Power Rangers. But like, in the competitive side, what we do is, all right, there it is. Yeah. We go directly to training mode. Yeah, so go ahead, go in training mode. Now, you have characters here. Now you're looking at the character roster for the first time. Some of you guys don't even know what characters are in certain fighting games. You just know like Ken Ryu and like Jin or something, the marquee guys, but you don't know like the meat and bones. Let me ask you, I'm throwing it to you. Just by looking, like, how do you pick characters?
So I'm one of those players that I pick characters based, 95% of it, at least first impression, is just who looks cool.
Who looks cool? Okay, yeah.
So, because I'm of the school of thought that a character that looks cool, I'm gonna put in effort to learn how they play, learn about what makes them cool, and it's not gonna get stale for me because I have such a good time playing as this character kind of deal. And I feel like the more invested in the character that you win, the further you can take it.
Sure.
I mean? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, while you go ahead and pick your characters, I'm gonna mention one thing, guys. So, what you're watching right now, of course, is Let's Learn Fighting Games, but the casual stations and everybody coming out to support, 100% of this stuff goes to Goodwill's charity event that's going on April 27th to 28th. So that means like the door fee here, that's $10 that goes to. Doesn't go to the venue, it goes to this, and it goes to a great cause. They have a few programs where it helps people that are looking for work, but with some challenges, either physical, mental. But Goodwill has a bunch of programs to get their foot in the door in these programs, and we're gonna do it through gaming, right? And you guys at home, if you guys like what you see, and if we're giving you guys some awesome advice or how to, if you guys want to donate, you guys can. There is a button underneath the description below that says contribute. If you guys don't want to, just hang out and just chill and enjoy the show, guys. So we really appreciate it.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah. All right, so you tell us who you got.
So I got, I was a huge Green Ranger fan when I was a kid, man. So, I got Green Ranger. I got Red Ranger. They're kind of like the Ryukin.
The Ryukin. Yeah.
So
okay.
You can learn pretty much the majority of the mechanics by learning those two characters.
Okay.
And they're household names. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm also picking Megaforce Yellow. Gia, she's sort of like this. So Green, he's more well-rounded. That he has a projectile. He has a really good super, one of the few proactive supers that you could do in the game. His normals are very standard. Has this regular launcher and air juggles and all that. Has a lot of combo routes, so it was a lot to explore with Green Ranger. Red Ranger, he's sort of more of a Ryu where, his base is very fundamentally sound. sound, right? He'll teach you about the ground game. He'll teach you about juggles. His super is very easy to use.
Okay.
His specials are really easy to use. Combos are very easy to end. He's kind of like a melee character, though, so not as long range focused as some of the other characters, but has a really easy assist to use as well.
Right on.
His assist teaches you about our assist takeover system. And Megaforce Yellow, Gia, she is more of a mid-range powerhouse, but she has really good combos, especially in the corner. So she really teaches you about space control. Her Air S is really good, sort of like a Yoga Sniper.
So she's a distance character.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does want to get in, but on her terms.
On her terms.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
And then, of course, we have our comeback mechanic, which is the Ultra Attacks Mechazords. I would say the breakdown between these three is that, from what I've read online, people think that Dino, so the way the Megazord mechanic works is that once you activate, you have access to 3 Ultra attacks, all by the Megazord, of course. Pressing light will give you an attack, medium, and heavy, respectively. And generally, light will give you the one that and these attacks fill up the screen. You can combo off of them. There's some that are unblockable. The light attack is usually the one that's the fastest. And in the case of Dino Megazord, his heavy attack is considered, from what I've read, to be one of not the best Megazord attacks in the game. However, Goldar and Dragonzord, they're more all around, where their attacks are really good at. Well, Goldars are really fast, do a lot of damage. Dragonzords are good at locking you down, filling up the screen. I'll go with Dragonzord because I was a Dragonzord.
Yo, is it the one with the tail?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. For me, these are the characters that Wednesday night fights, I didn't get a chance to play too much, but the characters that stood out to me were Mastodon Sentry.
Okay.
Mastodon Sentry.
Yep.
The guy with the sword and the rifle, that
Magna,
guy.
yep.
Magna. And then Goldar.
Yeah, Goldar.
Because that guy does ridiculous damage.
He does really huge damage right now.
Yeah, okay. I haven't really done the whole Ryu and Ken thing in a while. Yeah. Oh, yo, thank you for the donation, THC Magus.
Yeah, thanks, THC Magus.
Yep. Yeah, if you guys have any comments, if you guys left any comments, we'll read it on later on, because we have that tied into Twitch alerts, so we really appreciate it. But again, I don't really go to Ryu and Ken style as much anymore, is because I've done it for so many years.
Yeah.
I want to show you that I can bring new things to the table with other characters.
Sure.
So all right, so let's pick whatever stage.
We're training.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the reason why I like those guys is because the shots is really cool with Mastodon Sentry. The other guy has a sword and a gun. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, pause button on this thing.
Which one?
Pause button, so I can go.
Oh, the pause is options.
Yeah. So
okay. And then Goldar, he just does ridiculous damage. He's like the grappler of the game. So
cool. Are you on? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just go over very basic stuff really quick. So
can I jump in real quick before you start?
Yes.
I figure maybe we should let everybody know if you got any questions about the game. Maybe we can use hashtag LLFGC for this.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye out on that hashtag, guys. If you want to shoot questions at our hosts over here.
And keep in mind, I specialize in the combat design. So if you're asking me about,
yeah, guys, remember, please know DLC information or that mainly just how to play the game.
Yeah. I'll touch on that stuff maybe later. But we're about learning the game here, how to play it. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so obviously forward, back, down, up is movement.
Sure.
Are there any super jumps?
No, so there's no super jumps.
There's no super jumps.
However, there's a dash jump. So
there's a dash jump. Okay.
Yeah. So if I dash and jump,
it's like a long jump.
Yeah, it's like a long jump. It goes a little bit lower and a little bit further. Yeah, there you go. So you can do it while you're running. So hold forward and then press up, or with some timing, you can press forward and then jump up. Yeah.
Now, okay, so you can tap. Let's see here. Forward, and you have to do diagonal up forward.
Yeah, diagonal up forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So really quick on the button layout is we're just moving in general. So you have back, forward for dashing, of course. But if you want to just run, you can hold forward and you'll run. Right? We wanted the most basic movement mechanic, not to be gated behind forward, or back. So
is there a dash button?
No. There is no dash button.
There's no dash.
Yeah, so it's only forward, and back.
Oh, so no dash cancel?
No, there's dash cancel.
There is, but that's a different way. Okay. All right, so movement's that way.
Yeah. So it's sort of like a Marvel 3 Dragon Ball button layout. So it's light, medium, heavy. Right.
So light is which?
So light is this is my
light is it's like jab button.
Yeah. It's like a jab button. Medium.
Medium is medium punch. Okay.
Yeah, and then heavy punch. Right.
Oh, that's it. Oh, heavy. Okay, so
maybe your buttons are.
No. It's right. It's heavy's down here, right?
Oh no. This is I mean, you could use your layout any way you want, but the way I use it is light, medium, heavy. Special, assist 1, assist 2.
Okay.
You know, of course, you can set the buttons however you want. That's how I set them up.
All right, so light, medium, heavy, assist 1, and assist 2.
Assist 2, 1, yeah. And then there's a special button. So the way that special attacks work in this game is sort of like Smash in that you have one button that's dedicated to specials. And so you have your neutral special, right? Your forward special, and your back special. Right, they all do different things. Sometimes they combo into each other. You can definitely cancel into your specials from your normals, and you can also do special in the air. So there's one air special. Every character has one air special. Yeah.
Is this heavy for me?
Yeah, that's heavy. So
okay. Yeah. I might have to switch.
Yeah. Let me get it. I got you. Okay, cool. So I go light, medium, heavy. Special.
Okay, light, medium, heavy. Yeah. Which one special you use?
I use special down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay. Yeah. And you can apply it. Go all the way down. Just apply configuration. Go back up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. So try that now.
Excellent. All right. Light, medium, heavy. Yeah. And then this is special.
Yeah. Forward special, neutral special, back special, air special.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have your assist 1 and assist 2.
And then how do you switch?
So the way tagging works in this game is that you press either assist 1 or assist 2 to call your assist. And at any time during when they're coming in or while they're attacking, you press it again to switch over to that character.
Oh, okay.
And that's...
so you tap it twice. Okay.
So if you want to just tag immediately, just tap it twice.
Okay.
Or if you want to use it as a, sort of like a combo starter. So for example, if I call red right next to you, and I can switch over, that kind of thing. And I can even continue if my assist hits. So let me back a bit. So if my assist hits, I can also combo.
Oh, you can combo off of it.
So the same thing with red. Yeah.
Word.
So I can combo off of it, right?
Okay.
So that's the thing with tag is that you can switch in the middle of the attack, but you can cancel whatever your assist attack is to buttons or movement or whatever. Yeah. And so a lot of the mix-ups, right? I'm actually back here, right? You thought I was green, and I can go. Yeah, I can switch, and I'm the character behind you. I can start going low. So a lot of the more advanced mix-ups deal with that mechanic.
Are there overheads?
There are definitely overheads. Yeah, that's the overhead. So actually, Mastodon is unique in that his standing heavy, his regular heavy attack is an overhead. Yeah, so you can go like low, low L into or low M into high. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I have to block that low and high.
Wait, is this a low?
Well, I think his low L is not high, but his low M is high. Yeah. So you could do that. And so that's low high. Yeah.
Of course he would have that.
Yeah. That's cheap stuff. And just like Gia's air special is high. But yeah, they're all overheads. Some characters have command normals. What's up?
Is that grenade low?
That grenade's not low.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
I wanted to see how cheap you would go, dude.
Yeah, I've got to, I'm all about the cheap stuff. We wanna, within reason.
I know, I got you, guys.
So more about the buttons. We have swap strike. So if you press assist 1 and special at the same time, you do sort of, for those of you that that are familiar with Marvel.
That's a snapback.
Yeah, but the difference between those games and snapback in our game, is that snapback in our game is actually invincible. So you can sort of use this as a reversal if you'd like to.
Wow.
Most of them are, I want to say like -1 on block, so they're not punishable, but you don't have advantage, right? And to do, we have EX attacks, and these. Both the EX attack and the swap strike, they serve as the reversals in the game. So you press light and special at the same time. And that's your EX attack. So it costs 1 bar. Also, the swap strike costs 1 bar as well.
Is that invincible?
Yeah, it's invincible on startup. So I can do it like if I knock you down, right? And then you can do it on wake up. Yeah, and you'll beat me.
Okay. So is it a set thing, or can I combo extend it?
You can extend combos with EX. You can end combos in EX. So for example, if I do a combo like this, Oops, excuse me. I can super after it. So some characters can super after their EX.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Let me reset this. Got a short bug here. Yeah, good. So I think the thing is with the EXs is that it's that whole I don't want to say guessing game because it's something that you can anticipate. Where if on my wake up that if you know you want me to get off of you, you either wake up with your EX or I can try to bait it by jumping straight up and calling my assist. So you have to be really careful about how, and it's meter resource as well. So it's this thing where you have to really think quickly about.
It's
what's up?
So how did I make it? So no, it's this. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So light punch and light kick goes into the invincible.
Light punch is special, which
light punch is special.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your EX, and it's a universal thing. So every character has their own EX. Some are a bit faster, slower than others, but they all have invincibility on startup. Use it to get people off of you. While you're blocking, if you press special, it's a push block. So you can just press special to push me off.
Does that waste meter?
No, it doesn't waste meter at all. So you can just mash it if you want. However, if you're not careful, you might accidentally whiff
do that.
with EX, or you might whiff like a special of your own. So it's not something that you want to get a feel for mashing it. I'm all about mashing, but you gotta you gotta get a feel for the mash. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
To do super is special heavy, costs 2 bars. They all have invincibility at the start. Mastodon's is a bit unique in that his is a counter super.
Oh, yes, the firing squad.
Yeah, the homies. And his super actually is one of the most damaging in the game, but it takes a bit of a anticipation or read to get. Really good against characters that have dive kicks, right?
Okay.
So there's a few characters that have dives, and they're way committed to that attack when you do it. So.
Oh, got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
That one was not scripted. Yeah, you got me. And in the case of Mastodon, so we have this state where Mastodon has it too. So for example, if you press heavy to me, not special. Yeah.
Oh, I have to reload.
Oh yeah, for his special, if you mash it too much, then his last shot you'll have to reload. However, if you press stand heavy, so all the characters, stand light, stand medium, and stand heavy, they all have sort of auto combos, right?
Right.
You want to make sure that for players who aren't so interested in learning like the diving super deep and they just want to have a good time, they can do combos as well, just sort of mixing and matching all the target combos. In the case of Mastodon Sentry, so he can't combo in his super because it's counter super, right?
Right.
But what he can do is that if you mash heavy, so you see that sort of sliding hit reaction where my back slides across the ground. You can hit with supers like that with OTG. So for him, what you would have to do, actually Green has it too, right? So let's say, for example, I had a counter super, and so I can't use my super to counter off of that. What I can do is I can call my assist and have him combo off of it. Right? So in the case of Mastodon Sentry, most characters could do some sort of like light, medium, heavy into super. But since he can't, he has to tag and then use his partner super to tag after it. Yeah, and then you'd be able to do special heavy for the super.
Is it
special heavy? Yeah. So do that same exact thing that you did, except special heavy for the super.
Okay, so let me see. Oh,
you want to switch over to Mastodon? Yeah.
Oops. Whoa. Hold on, man. I'm scrubbing out.
No, you're good. And the thing is, when you're learning you're first learning a fighting game, dude, like your hands.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Yeah, because you gotta.
You know what you have to do, but your hands can't quite do it yet. And this is like everyone goes through this. Good players or
get him.
Players are.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, derp. It's muscle memory.
Yeah, it's muscle memory.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get you.
You could probably call him Goldar earlier. A little bit earlier to get it. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. It hurt.
Oh, no.
It didn't hurt?
Yeah.
All right, I'll call in earlier. Okay.
Too early. Yeah. That might work.
Ooh, got him.
So, yeah, Mastodon is...
See? What I was saying earlier, like, when you start getting the completing combos, or getting things down, it brings so much joy.
Yeah.
And then you just
accomplishing something.
Yeah, accomplishing all that stuff. So.
Rival school combos.
Oh, you got those?
Yeah.
Okay. So then talk to us about the Zords now.
Sure.
Yeah,
so if the way that the Zords work is that they're only available if I have options there. They're only available if I have one of my characters dead. So if I have all 3 of my characters, if I press, so the input for Zords is pressing both assists at the same time.
Both assists, okay.
Yeah, but if I already have both my assists, then I just get both of my assists at the same time, which is good for mix-ups. You don't know if I was going to switch.
You don't know
if I was going to switch the G or red. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, so you have access to both assists at the same time, and you can take over to whoever you want. In fact, I want to be. I might be able to. Can I switch left and then to my? I'll have to test that later. But the mix-up is that if I have both of my assists, I can call both at the same time, and then I can switch over to whoever, and
okay,
I can switch even back
dirty.
and forth. Yeah. So I can switch to Gia, do move with her, then I can switch to Red as long as he's still available and switch over to him. Yeah. And I want to see, really dirty mix-ups using, the double assist. However, when one of my teammates is dead, then that means that I get Zord level 1, and if I have 2 of my assists dead, I get Zord level 2. So it's the duration. So
the duration.
Yeah. So
level 1's shorter, right?
Yeah, level 1's shorter, right? So what happens is that if I press assist 1, assist 2, then I activate Mechazord. Keep in mind that the Mechazord activation is invincible, right? So I can activate my Mechazord and I can block whatever happens after that. So if you want to sort of like use it as a defensive mechanic, I can, earlier I was mentioning how the light attack is the fastest Zord attack. So what I would do is, activate start mashing L, right? And then it'll come out. Yeah, and this is like a huge chip damage, you know what I mean? The inspiration for this was definitely Apocalypse.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so all the different attacks, they do something. This is my heavy attack for Dragon Zord. It's an overhead.
Oh, that's an overhead?
Yeah, that's an overhead. Light is the drill attack. The huge chip damage. If you block it, it locks you down.
I'll block it.
And medium is stomp. It's easy to avoid, but it's unblockable.
Oh, that's unblockable?
That's unblockable. So
wow.
We didn't want to shy away from including like unblockables and cheap stuff in the game.
Of course not.
Yeah, so I want to see in theory it's really good. I want to see it. I want to see people utilize it.
What is this?
Oh, so it's a counter. Yeah.
Ooh, can I combo it?
Yeah. You could. I think you press crouch medium. Oops. But what you can do is for both. Counters and for throws, since I can call my assist during a throw, then I can combo off of it.
Oh.
Yeah, and that goes for a lot of attacks in the game, including like counters and all that. Mind you, red also has a counter. Yeah, so anytime you see that blue, it sort of like communicates to you that it's a counter. Yeah. And then
okay.
Yep.
Okay, so
But yeah. So
in
the case of the Zords, yeah. So light, medium, and heavy, they all activate a different attack, and you'll know because the dangerous sign will pop up. As the defender,
that's so dirty.
As a defender, I kind of want to see what button that you're pressing, and there's a bit of character familiarity that goes into that. So if I know that you're jumping around with that button, I know that the drill's going to come out. You know what I mean? And keep in mind that only one character can have their Zord out at the same time at once. Oh. So a lot of the strategy is like keeping locking out your opponent's Zord and try to finish them off, that sort of thing.
The stomp is hilarious, dude.
That's pretty good. Ooh, yeah, and of course.
Oh, I can't call my Zord when you're your Zord on.
Yeah. So I have your Zord locked out. So for example, if I were to kill your entire team, then I know that was a good Zord call, a good Zord activation, right? So a lot of the strategy is activating mine to lock out yours, and seeing if I can kill the whole team with my one activation, or using it to turn the tide. If the opponent has the momentum, right? Sometimes it's good to just activate, get a really quick move out, and take control of the match, right? In this fighting game, and I want to say a lot of fighting games, it's all about taking control of the match, that they're playing your game, and I think Zords are sort of like, you automatically have to start respecting Zord. It's something that you can block, you can avoid it, you can feign vulnerability and sort of clap back with a super or EX, but for the most part, you're still playing my game, right? So the point of the Zord attacks is to give you control of the match.
This is an overhead, this thing?
Well, yeah, but you can also cancel that move into other attacks.
Oh, again?
Into normals. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah. Dude, let's play, man.
Yeah, you trying to play?
Yeah, of course I'm trying to play.
Let's go. Let's play.
I'm just gonna go in, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and what was important to us in designing Battle for the Grid is that it was really accessible, right? So not only is everything easy to do, but you could just jump in and just start pressing buttons and stuff would happen, you know? So,
Someone in the chat asked, is there air blocking?
So there is air blocking. In fact, we went one step further and made air blocking automatic. So if you just jump straight up and let go of the stick, you'll air block any attacks that are air blockable. The attacks that are, what we didn't go over is anti-air, so every character has at least one dedicated anti-air, so this attack not only is not air blockable, but it's also invincible to air attacks.
Oh, is it like kind of like Guilty Gear-ish?
Yeah, it's like a crush. It's like a crush.
It's a crush system.
Yeah,
okay.
So even the startup of these attacks will be invincible to air attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, and what about parrying? Someone else wants to know.
There's no parrying, but some characters do have counters.
Lord Draken's Throne. Yeah. Dude, Tommy's so savage, bro.
Yeah. His evil is Tommy if he didn't turn good. Is turned into Lord Draken.
Yeah. I need backup. No, watch out, dude. Watch out. I told you, watch out.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I don't even know. Ooh. Ooh, get out of there.
Nice.
Oh,
that's
you got
unblockable. The boot's unblockable.
What is? Oh, I knew it was unblockable.
Yeah, and it has armor as well. It's back him. Oh yeah, Goldar assist has armor.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, he switched over. I could tell because you're blocking.
Oh no, you got me?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, chomp.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, that's dirty.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a fake high, right? I jump over, call my assist, and I'm actually the assist, and I go low. Yeah, example one of the mix-ups that you can do in this game. You can do that with high-low, and you can do that with left-right.
Oh, that's some dirt.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wake Up Super works in every game, man.
Ooh.
Wake Up Super is the classic. Yeah, very punishable.
Oh. The shot, yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah!
right through!
Oh! I don't know. You forget who you're playing against, Clock. You forget. This looks familiar, right?
Alright. I gotta clap back.
No Clock.
Oh, behind you! You gotta watch it back.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch it, dude.
Get back.
Oh. Oh no! I see you, Clock.
You're not leaving the corner anytime soon. You might be hitting me, actually. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, right now, I'm going to use my Zord because I know I can kill with my level 1 Zord.
Oh, my God.
So you don't get access to yours.
Wait, what?
Alright, that's your assist. Oh shit!
That's what I'm saying.
So now you should activate yours. Yeah. Oh
yeah, that's right, dude. Oh, that's chip.
Yeah, it's chip damage.
Okay.
So that's the risk when you if I'm trying to wipe you out with my level 1 and I don't, then you have level 2 at your disposal and you can take the match back. So it's kind of like a push and pull. Like when am I? It's a game of chicken kind of deal. You know
All right,
what I mean?
we're running that back, dude.
Yeah.
Mastodon Sentry, baby.
He's
That's a sick name, dude.
he's a sentry, man.
Someone in the chat wants to know, are there fuzzies in this game? It looks like there's hella fuzzies.
There are there are fuzzies in the game. There are characters that are really good at fuzzing, like Yellow Ranger, because her jump L goes really low. So you could just jump up and press L on people and you'll hit them.
Oh no. Oh, you can. I keep forgetting she can take over.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yo, the fly is still dope. Oh, you get me?
Did you tag? Oh, you tagged and blocked. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't know which one. Get him. Oh, who am I shooting at?
I'll jump over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you saved him. Get him. Yeah. I heard.
Oh! I thought I was going to cross up. Oh, yeah. If you were timing a little better on the anti, you would have got me. Oh, is that? No, I think it's going to whip.
Oh! Yo, that's super sick. Oh, what? Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I gotta kill him.
Ooh. Oh, that was the dirt.
Oh, you switch. Oh, didn't hit him.
Oh.
I think you got me.
Oh, I got a fiery squad.
That's part. Yeah, she has range, but it works against her in that situation.
Oh. You put him back in? Oh. Oh, no.
Yeah, I panicked.
Hit him out. Oh, that doesn't work?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Out of there. Ooh. Ooh, take that.
Oh,
no.
alright, it's over.
No, it's not.
Nah, I'm just gonna.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you might be done. Save me.
Oh, you did this impossible thing, man.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yes.
I got someone asking, how do you fuzzy guard?
What's up?
I got someone asking, how do you fuzzy guard?
So the what you can do is you can have that, you can do it either on wake up, or if you have them block low and then you immediately go high. It's not the easiest thing to set up, but I believe it will have them, you know, they'll get hit high, but they will be doing the low input. I would say that the best way to test it out is Mega Force Yellow, stand light. Yeah. but it has to be like right after whatever they block. So you have to like jump L like right away. Oh my god.
No. Oh, you hit me. Oops. Oh no. Oh.
Oh.
I'm out of there.
Oh man.
Oh. Oh, I'm locked down.
Yeah, man. So and I will say that if you're not if you don't want to like if you want to start comboing your super right away, usually the supers are really easy to combo at the end of target combos or at the end of element strings. So most characters have like a sort of like a universal 1, 2, 3 super, that kind of thing, and it'll for the most part work for most characters.
Oh, they get it.
Yeah, nah.
Ah. Oh, it's too far. No.
Get off the homie.
Oh, yeah, the homies.
Is that gonna work?
Oh,
yes.
my god. Oh, he's done. Oh, he's done too.
Yeah, invincible. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I think I'm not supposed to be calling out my assist during that.
The stop is hilarious. Hey. Ooh, block.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
yes. No.
Am I gonna? Is it gonna cross up?
I don't know. Oh. Oh no, I went right into the missiles. I'm out. Oh. Oh, that's most. How do you? How you throwing this one?
So you press medium and heavy. So if you press medium, heavy, neutral, it's a regular throw, and you press back and medium and heavy, it's the back throw.
Yeah. What's up, Kelby?
Can I chime in with another question?
Yeah.
Sure.
So Sparks1991 wants to know, how does the air reset system work? Sometimes they fall out of my combos almost as if there's an infinite
train
go back
mode.
to train, go back to train mode. So there's two ways that you can do air reset. So one way is that certain attacks, most characters stand light will automatically make them do the air flip, and you'll know that they did the air flip because you'll see sort of the same invincibility flashing that the EX moves have.
Yeah.
The other way is that all the attacks have a certain value in which they add to the juggle limiter system, and if the attack that you do sort of goes past the limit, then it'll activate that same air reset state, right? And what you can do is that if your combo you can either force the air reset or you can have it be because of the juggle limiter, but you could do something like this. And then I can go under. Or, fake go under, right? So, and especially if I'm in the corner, it's really easy.
Okay. So you can pick which way they tech in the air?
Well, no, they can't pick. So
they can't pick.
Yeah, what you can do is you can, the attacker, this is all in the attacker's favor, of course.
Okay.
So the attacker, depending on when I press the jab, can either stay in front, or if I press it early, right, then I can, as I did earlier, get behind. Yeah. And also, I can, furthermore, right?
Of course.
I can call my assist, right? And then I can actually be yellow and all that. It's, yeah, so it depends on, there are certain attacks Most characters stand L. We'll get that air flip out state at the end of a juggle. But then other attacks might do it as well, like your crouch light might do it, right? So it's really about learning your character, learn who gives it to you, and also in future builds and patches, these are values that we're going to be adjusting to make crossing up or not crossing up sort of easier to manage with that air reset.
Yeah. Is there air throws?
There are no air throws, but Goldar has an anti-air throw.
Yeah.
Anti-air throw. Sorry, I could turn you on here.
Air throws, man. That's something you guys should, if that's not already something you should consider, but that would bring a little bit more chaos.
As long as it's within the scope of the chaos that we're trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, as long as there's like a good enough tech window, and people can get used to it, that's an additional layer.
Yeah. So, and again, like anti-air, so all characters have at least one anti-air that is flagged to be like straight up anti-air will avoid invincible attacks. It just so happens that yellow has 2 anti-airs. This one's much faster, and you can only use it. You can also use it in combos, but I think this one doesn't have the anti-air flag because of its speed. That would just, once they start jumping in the air, I would just smash this, But her back heavy is definitely anti-air and cannot be air blocked. So it's really important that players learn sort of what their options are off of an anti-air to make sure that they can maximize damage. You know what I mean?
Cool. So, Kelby, any final questions before we wrap up? Anybody else have any more Battle for the Greats
let me
that are not update questions, but more like combat questions?
I'm sure it's no surprise that like the TODs are a thing right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, someone asked, did you talk about how you can TOD people from an instant overhead or low?
TOD people from, I mean, you can, anything that opens up an opponent, can possibly lead to a touch of death. And then the thing is, with a 3v3 fighting game, we talk about touches of death, but it's a 3v3 fighting game, right?
Yep.
If you kill one of my characters, you've done 33% damage to me in total, So if you have the resources to land a touch of death, then maybe you deserve it,
Yeah, it's if you look at the past like team games or Marvel or whatnot, if you get hit once, you're gonna be in a staircase combo for like 70-80% minimum. Yeah, it's even without resources. So we're not saying touch of death is always the norm, but it's still early. So things can change, updates can happen, and it might just be like somewhere to where it fits the game. Because even if you kill someone, there's 2 more characters left.
Yeah.
It's not like you're touch of deathing every character.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get opened up 3 times in a row in the beginning, I mean, it's just with the nature of fighting games.
Yeah, and it's all fighting games where if you get touched, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, you're in big trouble.
You know what I mean? And it's no different in this game. And, we want to make sure that the pace of the match keeps on flowing,
Yep.
Imagine if it took me, 5 touches to kill one character. Like, what would the pace of the match look like?
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
anytime that we had to choose between sort of being conservative or going all out, we tried to go all out wherever we could. And I think that was our plan. That was our strategy for sort of sticking out in a crowded field of very good fighting games, know. So it's sort of I'm not afraid of big damage as far as the way that the game works.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, Clockwork, thank you so much for showing me and showing the viewers how to get into Battle for the Grid.
Yeah.
I know this game just came out last week on the Xbox One and the Switch, and then this week on Tuesday it came out on the PS4. Just PS4, or did it come out?
It came out on PS4. It's going to come out Steam in the summertime.
In the summertime, okay.
So I want to talk about some stuff that we have coming up.
Sure.
If you actually, I talked about this on the Wednesday Night Fight stream.
Sure.
So we have 2 patches coming up, right? So we have the very first patch, which please be on the lookout for the next few weeks for us to announce the exact dates and times of when these patches will roll out. But what I can tell you is that our first patch is sort of this a very small emergency fix patch to fix some of the issues that we are running into online, as well as a handful of balance changes. And we kept this patch minimal because the next patch is the actual big patch where it has some rebalancing, new characters, new content. So these patches are coming out sooner than later, sooner than you think. So the first patch is going to roll out, and then the next patch comes out soon after that one. So I didn't want anyone to think that the first patch was sort of like, oh, okay, we did it, we're leaving it alone now. There's another one coming, so that's going to address even more things touching combat and content and things like this. So within that second patch as well, we have 3 new characters coming out. One of them is a Cenozoic Blue Ranger. The second one is Udana Mystic Force, and she's the White Ranger in Mystic Force. And the third one is Dragon Armor Trini. So she's from the Boom comic series. She's in this like huge hulking armor. So she's kind of like another big body.
You know what I've noticed at Wednesday Night Fights is from the viewers, from the hardcore Power Rangers fans. This is a game where you guys don't mind if there's a lot of different Power Rangers in the game. Versus like other games that have like the same character like 6 times. This one, they're like, yo, does this version of this legacy of this costume, is he in there? I'm like,
yeah, man.
These guys are crazy, man.
When you go to the buffet, you want to hit the fried shrimp, but you also want to hit the noodles, and you want to hit the dim sum, and the seafood. You want to hit all the. They got the French fries. It's something for everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And it's something that is continuing a theme that we're continuing with those 3 new characters. So we're really excited for. Sort of showing off the new gameplay. We have some showcases coming off soon for those new characters. I'm really excited, man. And I really want to thank everyone that's sort of supporting us, wants to see us succeed, supporting the game, playing it, streaming it, tweeting me all your crazy combos, what you think is cheap, what you think is a bug. Yeah, send it to me, man. I'm down to look at it.
Content creators, man. I said earlier, show us what you got. Show us your strategies. Show us your combos. What events you want Power Rangers to be at, right? Talk to your tournament organizers. Like they have a lot of games right now, but Power Rangers just came out. See if you want it there. So again, Clockwork.
And one more thing is that the game is $20.
$20.
$20. Find it on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PS4.
$20, man. That's a trip to the movies.
Yeah,
that is definitely a trip to the movies. Seriously. So we're gonna have Power Rangers here for casuals all through the night. So if you guys want to stop by Esports Arena, join us, play some games, have some fun, ask Clockwork some questions for as long as it's gonna be here. Once again, man, thank you so much.
I got one. It's a patch question though.
Sure.
All right.
I mean, try me.
Go for it.
Are lobbies gonna happen?
I can't talk
you
about.
Can't talk about that.
I can't talk about future
I knew it. I knew it. I just figured I'd throw it out there.
I'll just tell you that's an FGC wish list. So I definitely want it. So if the powers be, if they can put it in there, we want it.
Yeah, so I will say that we are
talking about it.
Yeah, we're listening to the scene as far as features that you might want, features that you're hoping for down the line. Please let us know, and hopefully we can get everything as much as we want to get into the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool, man. With that said, we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, it's Dragon Ball time, guys. So see you soon.